Alright, welcome guys, video 23 or 22, I think 23, yeah. We are here in the Lake Hefner. I wanna watch the sunset today. Kinda wanna, take a little sunset watch. It won't be bad. I've been working on my social skills, let's say it like that. I've been working on it, but I want kind of talk to people and small talk. I want to do a small talk, and it's been hard, man. I don't start yet, like officially trying hard. I mean, I've been trying, but not like I say, okay, I'm gonna do it, not like that. But I've been trying to do it a little bit because I really want to, get good at that. Talk to people, doing a small talk, just naturally. I really want to do that, but it's kind of hard. Like like my fears and stuff. They came to my mind and just, I get too much on my head. I think that's my biggest problem. Like I just get too much on my head, and it's like overthinking and stuff. I've been doing meditation. I think meditation really helps. I've been doing meditation, and what else? Trying to be mindful all the time. Like staying on the present moment. I think that's very important. Stay on the present moment. Focus on the present moment, because it's like I always say, like how you're gonna change stuff outside. Like when you in your reality, if you don't change here, or if you're not working, you cannot. You have to first change here, believe that, and then it will show in your reality. But you gotta be here in the present moment in order to. You have to be aware, of stuff, and not just let your subconscious on autopilot and just control all your behaviors. You gotta stay here in the present moment. That's when you are aware of what is happening in your thoughts. You are aware of your thoughts. You are aware, what's going on life. So you gotta be here. You gotta be here also. You have to be here in the present moment if you want to change stuff here. Like how you're gonna change stuff here if you're not even here. You are always here in your mind, overthinking. You gotta stop that. That's what I'm trying to do too. I'm trying to do meditation, eating the right food. I think the food is very important. Like if you have, your diet is just like overstimulation food, like let's say junk food or too much sweet. That's not good for you. That's not good for you because first you are hurting your health. First, you're hurting your health, and that will show up in your body. You will get fat. You will get acne. You will get all that shit. Second, it will show up in your brain too. Like you will have brain fog. That's why I'm eating clean, because so I can be more aware and don't have too much brain fog. And it's been really helpful. I think one of the main things you can do to achieve your attention, get better at that, is changing your diet. Start with that, your diet, and then of course your dopamine. I think dopamine is as important as the diet, because if you are just playing video games right after you get off of work, and when you are at work you are scrolling as much as you can, and then you get home, you are eating all that overstimulation food, and then you are smoking weed, and then you are on your phone scrolling, bro. You are literally destroying yourself. You are literally destroying your dopamine levels. You're emptying your pool of dopamine, and then everything else it will feel bored, like it will feel like shit, because you are emptying your dopamine. And then if you don't have dopamine, you use it all, then how you are gonna enjoy the little things, like a little walk, or just sitting watching the sunset, or just reading a book, stuff like that. because that stuff is not that stimulating, but it's better for you, because when you read, you're of course getting the knowledge, and when you walk, you are distracting yourself beside other stuff that happen on your body that you can benefit from the walking. So yeah, you gotta control your dopamine levels. You gotta get on track. You have to keep that valuable molecular, some fucking molecular. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, you gotta keep it safe. You gotta keep it in there, man. You cannot be spiking your dopamine all the time like crazy. Smoking weed, watching porn, eating junk food, watching women on Instagram, scrolling like crazy. That's not helpful for you. It's not, bro. It's not. Do it, try cut everything that you know what spike your dopamine and stuff, and start doing stuff that is burning for you to do, like reading a book, stuff like that. Don't use your phone when you're waiting for something. Just try to shift your attention to the present moment. Focus your energy on something. Of course, you gotta focus on the reality, on the physical stuff. So watch stuff, hear, see what you're hearing, see what you're feeling, see what you're seeing, what you're smelling. All those things bring you to the present moment. And when you are on the present moment, you have control, because you are aware of what's happening outside and inside. If you get a negative thought, you don't like that. So you change it if you want. If you're trying to do the job, when you get a negative thought, then you change it. But you gotta be aware. In order to do that, you gotta be aware. Because if you're not aware, like it happened to me, that sometimes I start thinking kind of negative, and then I just keep going and keep going and keep going, and I don't realize, because I know I want to change that stuff, but because that's the most common or more easily stuff to come, because I know, I'm still trying to change my negative thoughts and stuff like that. I just keep going, and sometimes I don't realize, and when I realize, then I change it. I try to change it, try to see what's really happening. So yeah, you gotta control your dopamine. Start with your diet. I think that's the most helpful thing you can do for you, because it's gonna improve your health, your feeling, your body, everything. Diet is the most important. Looking, if you don't need like skincare shit like that. You don't need to do like 15 products in a row, or massages and shit. I mean, massages are good, but what I mean is you don't need to do crazy skincare. You have to eat clean. When you eat clean, then it will show up on your skin, on your body. So that's what I mean. It helps with everything. It helps with a lot of stuff. Mentally, physically, your feelings, everything. So diet is very important. Change your diet. Try to eat just eat stuff that comes from nature. Don't eat ultra processed food. That's not good. And your dopamine. Control your dopamine. Like your phone. Don't use too much your phone like crazy. Don't be watching porn. Don't be doing any of that stuff. It's gonna destroy you. As the professor Andrew Huberman said, he said, any reward you get without any effort for get that reward, is gonna eventually destroy you. Literally, that's what happens with your brain. That's why people, they get rich and they can buy all the shit they want and have the women's and the drugs and everything. They became sad. They became, they became miserable. Bad. It's because of that. The same way people that is, struggling in life, like they are poor and stuff. They are more happy because they I don't know, they don't have that, they still have their dopamine levels right, that keep them motivation for keep living and feeling good, you know. So it's very important doing that, dopamine levels, control that, and everything will start to feeding on your life, like, you know, like when you play Tetris, all the pieces, they connect together, like that, man. Everything became easier, life is more joyful. Everything is mindset also. You have to have a right mindset, because if you can be eating healthy, controlling your dopamine, not using your phone like crazy, but if you're feeling like that's so hard, or that doesn't make sense for you, or that's just like, you know, a sacrifice for something that you will get on the future, it's not gonna work too much. Because I mean, you can do it like that, but you can also try to, you know, be on the present moment, focus on the effort you're putting, and try to get that dopamine spike by effort, you know, by your effort that you put on whatever you're trying to get. You know, try to get that joy from the effort and self. That's when you actually are gonna stick to it, because you are enjoying your workouts, you are enjoying eating the right food, you know. But you gotta, even if you don't enjoy it, you have to tell yourself that stuff, you know. You gotta tell yourself, okay, this is good for me, you know, this is really good food. Remember that healthy food is high vibrational food, you know, keep that in mind, you know, all that stuff that control like your perception of life is a mindset. So if you have a wrong mindset, then you will perceive life different. So you gotta have the right mindset, do the inner work, right mindset, then you can see like life different. You can notice when you are more grateful, when you start trying to find something for be grateful for. When you find it, you are like, okay, I mean, like, you are feeling actually grateful and feeling good for the stuff you already have and you already achieve. So yeah, mindset is very important. So this is it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. As I always say, be blessed.